for another episode of Saturday Night Gaming. We're running really late tonight. Everybody here say aye.
Aye.
And that's it.
That's us. Don't worry. Me and myself are also here.
Well, if you got me, myself, and I, that's 3 players right there.
Hey. We don't need other players. I am other players.
I hate them all.
I was hungry.
Alright, we're beginning a new campaign. But before we start, we'll get an introduction from one of the characters, played by Dan Stevens. Go for it.
I'm Dan, and I'll be playing Dan. His name is Daniel. I was very creative whenever I came up with the name. And he is a priest who lives in a somewhat troubled area. And he's doing the best he can with the dark urges of both himself and his parish.
And what is your profession?
Priest. Also, Punisher.
If you ever wanted to know what it looked like with Constantine and Punisher mixed together, that is Dan's character.
I grant absolution.
It's
But I take
Punisher.
very seriously the phrase in the Bible that says, "Go and sin no more." You don't get that third chance.
To give a backdrop to the game, it begins in a small town, which, as Dan already said, is plagued with darkness, so to speak. Not just this town, but this whole region. It's just come under darkness over the past few years. Strange things have been happening. Creatures from other worlds.
Possibly from under dark.
Yeah, possibly from underneath the world. But
Not to be confused with Underworld.
yes, not to be confused. However, this is just kind of where they've been living, in this kind of world and society, and everything's grim. There's very little hope, except for the priest. His name is?
Daniel Lambguard.
Daniel Lambguard, who seeks to show his people the way.
Yes. That name was one he chose, the last name, after he was out of seminary.
There was seminary?
Yeah, he specifically in his backstory went to seminary.
Church of Lambguard. School of the Lambguard.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Lion Guard.
Church of the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and begin. We're going to start off with Daniel preaching a nice sermon to his congregation of 5.
Today we'll be reading from the Old King James, Psalm 94, to bring hope and light to the world. And it begins. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth, O God, to whom vengeance belongs, shew thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and they murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regard it. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? Stay inside, brothers. Someone go check that out. I think I just heard Wilhelm. Wait, is this inside the church?
This is outside. From outside.
Ah. Well, if they're not inside the church...
Or the doors!
They should have been inside the church. They would have been saved. Just remember, everything not saved will be lost as you go on.
Please place your offering before you leave. Alright, Brother James stands up. Says, Reverend, shouldn't we go help her?
I believe my character would have already been headed towards the door. So yeah, we should.
As you're walking to the door.
Yeah. Yes, gather them in.
Alright, so you have Brother James,
Brother John,
Brother John,
Brother Paul, and Brother Judas.
Oh, was it Brother Luke? And then Paul.
Brother Judas is my most loyal.
I bet he is.
Always the closest.
Alright, so the brothers. 4 brothers.
Yes.
It's totally different.
Very similar to what we're doing.
Alright, so you go outside.
Yes.
Alright, and you see in the town. The townspeople have gathered in the center of town. And you can't see through them about what's going on. You can see they're kind of huddled.
Mm-hmm. Am I up higher than them?
No.
Okay. I scan the crowd, kind of seeing if I see anybody that stands out.
Alright. You looking for anyone specific?
Somebody that I wouldn't recognize.
Alright, we'll make
This is a small town. I should recognize people that should be here.
I should recognize people. Don't you recognize?
Notice, I guess?
Yes, notice. Let's see if you notice anything.
I got a 1.
1 total?
Yeah. Evened out. I got a scary 1.
There is one person that you do notice.
Oh.
Yes.
Brother Jimmy.
No, it's not a brother.
Sister?
It's a woman. They have seen before.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Rebecca.
What's she look like she's up to?
As you're walking kind of towards into the crowd, you see her head turns towards you. She just has this look staring, like she's staring into your soul, if you have one.
Oh. I do. It's rather large and winged. I continue on. I must see what has gathered the crowd.
Alright, as you make your way towards, all the people will look at you and they go, Reverend, help us.
Part away, let me see.
See what I did there?
Let me pass.
Oh gosh. Oh, these are terrible.
Oh, I see.
You too shall pass. Okay. You get to the center, and you see a body on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From where you're at, it's almost unrecognizable. You can't tell if it's a woman, if it's a man. I mean, you know it's an adult because of the size of the body, and that's about all you can tell. If it wasn't for the size of the body, you wouldn't be able to tell even that.
Can I try to
Take a closer look.
basically see, like, were they maimed, or
Sure.
did they fall
you
from
were
a great height,
investigation-
or what?
Investigative.
I do have investigate.
There you go. Investigate away.
Investigate. Three, sir.
Alright. 3, sir. Can I have some more?
Neither count thou full.
You do need to hold a hand grenade. But no, you got no success.
No, this guy looks like they fell on the hand grenade.
What was your, you said 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
3, sir.
You get closer. As you turn the body over, you almost lose it. You turn to the side and you cough really hard. You're like, yep, that's a body.
Most of one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It looks like a wild animal just tore into it.
I tell one of the brothers to bring us a sheet.
Okay.
Give this person some dignity.
All right. Brother Paul goes and gets a sheet, brings it back, and covers the body.
Yeah. And we're gonna try to carry it off to, I assume we have a police station?
The guardsman?
Yeah.
Yes, sounds good.
I assume there's a police station in town.
I take it's too far past for the healer.
It seems...
So yes, the 4 brothers.
I'm gonna have them take the body, and I'm gonna stay here and study the surrounding crowd.
Okay.
See if I notice anybody, or if anybody saw anything.
Make another notice.
First is a notice, and then I'll be asking around. Ooh, did you see that catch? Okay, I didn't notice anything. That is a -1.
-1.
Yeah.
Um,
I rolled a plus and 3 minuses, and I have 1 plus.
let's see here. All 4 brothers didn't go, did they?
All 4 of the brothers were carrying the body.
They were carrying. Okay, yeah. So you get no assistance on that.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many people. You're not really seeing anyway specific.
Then I'm going to ask around.
You gonna start just making your way through the crowd?
Kind of just asking in general at first. Did anybody see what happened here? I'm guessing investigate on that.
Yes.
2.
2.
Yes. But it was positive 2.
It's a positive 2. So you start asking around. You know, and you got just different people from the towns are just telling you. It's like, I ran out here as soon as I heard the scream.
And who was it that screamed?
And they all just kind of get quiet. And then they look at you and they say, it's a shame she had to see this.
Who had to see?
And they all look, like, at once in one direction. And you see a girl. She's maybe in her teens.
Okay.
In a red hood, wearing a red dress.
Right. And you said late or early teens?
Like mid-teens.
Mid-teens. So child.
Yes.
I could try
It's about midday, by the way.
midday. Alright. This happened, so my sermon was just wrapping up.
Right.
I'm going to try talking to her, see if I can discern what she saw, and possibly try to blunt some of the damage that it saw, or that it was caused to her. Don't judge the character by the player. He can talk, I can't.
So,
But I'm going to
do
try
you do this out in the open, or you just bring her into
I'm
like
going
a way
to start out by trying to be calming to her.
out in the open for everybody?
Out in the open,
Okay.
and walk her back to the church where we can talk in private. I'll probably have somebody join us.
Well, let's start with that first. So you approach her first
Yes.
of all. Okay.
So,
And as you approach her,
uh-huh.
she looks like she's in shock.
Okay. Then yeah, we definitely need to, I'm wearing my, shawl, right?
Yes, your
My jacket.
priestly outfit. You just get through preaching. Good sermon.
I'll take off my jacket, put it over her. Sign of protection. Usually helps victims and people in shock.
She looks at you and she says, "What was that?"
I was rather hoping I could ask you that.
She just looks blankly in front of you and just says, "I don't know. I don't know." She's just in shock. It's hard for her to put words together.
It's okay, dear. Come back to the church. We'll get you some tea. We'll get you calmed down. We'll ask later.
And then Rebecca walks up.
Uh-huh.
And Rebecca says, "That's a good idea, Reverend. I'll escort her with you."
Excellent.
Puts her arms around her. You, Rebecca, and the little girl.
I told her whenever she said she was going to accompany us that it would be excellent to have an advocate.
Yes. So you go back to...
Especially someone who's already been through tragedy on her own.
So you go back to your church?
Yes.
Alright. You go in the pews.
And I assume the church is pretty much cleared out at this point.
Yes.
Because there was commotion outside.
Yeah.
And
Everybody's kind of gone back to their homes.
people.
You know?
There can't be a commotion and not have people go to it. I learned that in high school. And my character learned that in
seminary. What kind of seminary did you go to?
It was eventful, to say the least.
So you guys are in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and you've gotten her a warm cup of tea. And she's just kind of still spaced out. She hasn't taken a sip of it or anything.
I take my own cup and sip some water just to commiserate with her. Basically, people will mirror what they see.
Rebecca looks at her and says, "What is your name?" And the only word she can get out of her is red. Red.
Okay.
So Rebecca kind of looks at you.
She was about
Oh,
to.
Rebecca just looked at you.
Yeah.
And she just says, "Guess her name is Red." Don't think we're going to be able to get much out of her. She's in shock.
Stay a while, child. You'll be safe here.
And at that time, the doors fling open.
Mm-hmm.
And Brother James comes in.
Okay.
Says, "Reverend, you're needed."
I look at Rebecca, ask her if she can stay here with the child, and let her sleep for a while. We'll get more out of her later when she's had time to rest. And I head off with him.
Alright. Rebecca agrees to it, and she says, "Yes, I will stay here with her."
Okay. I trust her implicitly because she's never given me a reason not to.
So you go with Brother James?
Yes.
Okay. He takes you to the healer, who examined the body, and the guards, the barracks. And McVoy, by the way, healer McVoy. So, Brother James brings you there. You have the other ones there as well. You have Paul, Luke, and John.
Excellent.
Alright. And
I hear they will write stories about this book.
#1 bestseller.
Wait, I was just preaching out of that.
But now, big boy, he looks at you and says, "Reverend, come
Yes.
closer."
I do so.
And he has a locket. And he hands it to you.
From the body, I assume.
Yes. Take a look.
Will do.
It's nice, kind of silver necklace, and then it has, of course, the little round, shape where basically where the locket keeps,
Yeah.
the memorabilia inside. But on the outside of it has a big kind of fancy R.
Okay. I'm probably going to open it at this point.
It says this locket was found on the body. It's memorabilia. No one has come to claim the body yet, much less identify it.
They
However,
haven't
this is a clue to maybe finding a relative.
Yes. I opened the locket and looked for a picture.
Okay. You open it up,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just an engraving on the inside of it.
Okay.
Okay. It's engraved with a cross on the inside.
Okay.
Holds no contents.
Any other identifying stuff that they had? Like their clothing? Something that I might have
The
recognized?
clothing was all torn to shreds, along with the body. This is probably the best clue that you have to identify.
And you said Red was not somebody that I recognized either?
Right.
Well, seems like that's the direction I need to go.
It's a big town, so.
Thought we said it was a small town.
Small town, lots of people. How's that?
So, I'm going to plan on asking Red once she wakes up to look at the locket and see if she recognizes anything about it. I may ask Rebecca if she knows it, too. I'm assuming none of the brothers recognize it.
No. So, you go back to the church.
I'll thank the healer and
Make your way.
make my way back to the church.
Okay. So you make your way back to the church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you step in, and you notice that Rebecca's laying down sleeping.
But Red is not.
Red's not there.
Mm-hmm.
The cup of tea is still there. Your jacket's there.
Did she at least fold it up? Hang it on the edge of the pew? Something.
What do you do?
Pick up my jacket. Wake Rebecca up.
Right. She kind of wakes up suddenly and kind of rubs her eyes, and she goes, "I must have dozed off for a minute."
Mm-hmm.
She's still getting her bearings.
Where did the girl go?
Red? She looks right over there. She's right here. She fell asleep.
By chance, do you recognize this locket? It was on the body.
She looks at the locket. She says, "No, I don't recognize it. Never seen it."
I had hoped to ask Red as well.
She says, "We need to find her."
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm going to tell the brothers to fan out across the city
Okay.
in twos and look for her. And I'll go with Rebecca and look as well.
Okay. Alright. So it's nighttime about this point. All right,
Definitely a good reason to be in twos.
so everybody grabs their torches.
Yeah.
And starts going kind of door to door.
Yeah. It's a good time to catch people at home, you know.
It is.
Especially in this area.
Alright. So you guys go door to door looking for her.
Yes.
Okay. And everybody you come to, you're asking about them. And they tell you, "No, I haven't seen her."
Okay.
So you all you come back to the center of town.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of all the brothers talk with you.
Back at the square.
Yeah, they all come back and say, "Hey, we can't find her. We asked everybody. Nobody knows." Then
Curiouser and curiouser.
you guys see a gentleman with a lantern walking towards you, and you recognize him.
Okay.
Yes, he is the gravekeeper.
Huh. Does he look like he's in a hurry, or just kind of strolling through town?
He's strolling. He has the body from before. He's about to go bury it. And then he stops as he sees all gathered and says, "Reverend, that's a little late at night to see you out."
Yes, one of my sheep has gone astray, and I am hoping to find her.
Does this sheep happen to wear red clothing?
I take it you may have seen her.
Yes, I have.
Perchance, could you send us in the right direction?
And he points towards the forest.
Oh, that's rather intelligent of her.
Says, "I happened to cross her as I went to clean the body."
Did she say why she was going into the woods?
She ran off as soon as she saw me.
Ah.
She was at the body.
She was with the body.
And as soon as she saw me, she took off.
At the healer?
Yes.
I must have just missed her. Well,
couldn't have been but just a little while ago.
I'm gonna ask two of the brothers and Rebecca to go back to the healer.
Which brothers? James, Paul, Luke, John.
James and Paul go with Rebecca to the healer to make sure he's okay, and that see if they can find anything that she left there or something like that. And I'm gonna head towards the woods to see if we can retrieve her. Once they're done at the healer, they should meet us out in the woods.
Alright. You're going to go question the healer.
They are, yes.
Yes, sounds good. So you and Brother Luke and John are going to the forest.
Yes.
With your torches.
Yes.
Sounds fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And they grab their swords. Because this forest, it's dangerous, especially at night.
I believe it.
So, you guys head into the forest then.
Yes.
Thanks for listening for another episode of Saturday Night Gaming. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram. You can find other podcasts right here on Podbean, or even look at some of our videos on YouTube. Just search up Saturday Night Gaming. Until next time.